after leaving Capitol Reef National Park, the next stop was over at Canyonlands and to Arches in Moab, Utah. And the way to get there is you got to go up to I-70 and then you got to come back down along 191. US 191 happens to go from Douglas, Arizona, all the way by the Mexican border, all the way up to Loring, Montana, which is up at the Canadian border. So it's a really nice highway, and it's a US highway. Some of us like to drive on the US highways. Now that we're retired, we don't need to be on the interstate speeding along, but I-70, as far as an interstate goes, is a beautiful interstate that goes all the way across the Rocky Mountains through Colorado and then into Utah. And some of the scenes you see here along these canyons here coming along 191, they're also visible on US 70, or on Interstate 70 I should say. So Moab is kind of the jumping off spot for both Arches National Park and Canyonlands National Park. Canyonlands is a huge national park. It's probably 100 miles end to end, and it goes from the northern part of the visitor center at the top called Island in the Sky to the Needles Visitor Center in the southern portion, which is south of Moab. And you have to drive like an hour to the south to go to the Needles, and you have at least a while, probably 30-40 minutes or so to go to the north. So it's quite of an interesting national park that not many people go to. We didn't make it to the Island in the Sky Visitor Center. We would like to, but we didn't make it this trip. We'll have to do that next time. And we stayed at Moab Camp Park, which is right there down off of the US 191 in the south end of town. And this is where we parked the coach, and we had dry camping for 3-4 days while we were there, and $30 a night. So it's the best we could do. All of the larger parks were full, and the full service sites are running over $100 a night in some places. And BLM land was all full, and we couldn't get into something. At least we didn't have the time to go look for it. So this is where we end up staying. We are in Canyonlands National Park. What visitor center? Do you know what this region is? The Needles region
District.
of it. This is the southern region of it. It's a huge park. But check this out. Wooden shoe arch. And out there, sure enough, sitting out there, you can see.
But look what someone left.
Looks like a wooden shoe right in the middle.
Shoe.
Right. Come on, where's my finger pointing? Right there.
Huh.
Obviously.
Look, someone left a little Dutch shoe
Where?
on the sign.
Oh, how cute. Yep. But that's just one beauty. I mean, this is just the drive here. It's about an hour drive from Moab. We're camped in Moab at an RV park, Overflow.
A little over now.
And Moab has become a very popular tourist place. And unfortunately, it's a lot of the large corporations have snapped up a lot of the campgrounds, and they've jacked the price up. Sun Resorts has just come and taken everything over. I mean, somebody said there was a KOA camper at our place. We're paying $30 for dry camping. And the people are very nice, and we should be happy that we got that price. I mean, if I could have gotten BLM land and sat on private land, but we just got here too late and didn't know where it was, so we just paid for it. But these people are really nice, veterans, Air Force veteran. But the KOA guy comes in there and said he just paid $138 for a tent site at a KOA. So yeah, Moab's a little pricey. Little doodles sitting in our car. We got to keep the windows open because they wouldn't let him in the visitor center. Hey, dude, you driving? We'll be ready to go in a minute. So yeah, beautiful day today. It was cloudy this morning. We woke up, and now it's clear. We are at the end of the road at the Needles area of Canyonlands, and we're out here. Pets aren't allowed on the trail, so we have to stop here. But look at the view here. It's cool looking rock formations. There are people hiking down there. Well, Susie's kept keeping dude in the car. Number one, she's not too good with balance, but the other time she's not really fond of lizards, and they might be out here, so. But just look at this beauty out here. We're at the end of the road, and I'm taking a little bit of a jaunt. Just out in the wilderness, see what's out here. Man, this is cool. Now I see why they call it Canyonlands, because there's a lot of canyons. Still in Utah's beautiful national parks. By the time we're done here in Moab, Utah, we'll have done all 5 Grand Circle parks in Utah. Zion National Park, Bryce Canyon National Park, Capitol Reef National Park, Canyonlands National Park, and Arches National Park. And then we went through Bears Ears National Monument to get to this place, which is the Needles area of Canyonlands. I didn't realize that Canyonlands is so huge, but it's literally an hour and 20-minute drive from Moab to the Needles Visitor Center. And then from here, it's about 100 miles north, all the way north of Moab, 30 miles north of Moab or so, is where the Island in the Sky Visitor Center is. So a lot of neat places. I see why people come here to Utah and can spend a whole month here. I mean, there's so much to see and do. So this is kind of like an exploratory trip. We're on our way to Colorado, but right now, this is amazing. Sue could have easily done this. So far, this is easily walkable back here. But there's so many 4-wheel drive trails and stuff. You could take a Jeep backwood, backcountry. We watched a video on YouTube the other day called White Rim Trail. This guy took a Jeep with a trailer behind it. And we're talking bouldering through the Jeep. So it's pretty nuts. I wouldn't do that. And we don't really have a Jeep. We have a Vanity Jeep, which is a Grand Cherokee. It's 4-wheel drive, it'll work, but would not take it off-road on the stuff with the technical requirements. But yeah, this is Canyonlands National Park. Just gorgeous. I think I'll stop here and I'll go back. We'll come up to this overlook here and look down. There we go. Yeah, I'll stop right here on the edge of this ledge. I'm not really fond of heights myself, so yeah, it's pretty far down there. Ooh, kids are out there yelling. There's a canyon. There's some water down there. This video won't even do it justice. I mean, I can't even pan the camera out far enough for you to see the whole thing at once, but it is beautiful. And there's this huge spire right there. They call this the Needles, this area, so. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, time to head back. We have about an hour drive back to Moab. Our son and daughter-in-law are coming in today. We're looking forward to seeing them tonight, or maybe tomorrow. We'll be going to Arches together. And then it's onward over to Colorado. All right, this is it. You guys got to come see Canyonlands National Park. Traveling well with us. This is what it's like out here. All these high poofy clouds. Seems like there's constantly some changing weather in the distance that could give you some storms. They warn you if you're up on a cliff or up on a plateau, be careful because of the lightning. They do that all of the southern Utah parks. About a 6-7 mile road since the visitor center, and then that's it. It stops, and it's all backcountry. And of course, if you got a 4-wheel drive, you have at it. If you got the equipment and the skill.
Good tires.
And the good tires, yeah. But just amazing the scenery that you see out here. I mean, they call the Grand Canyon because it's grand, but this is like millions of canyons out here. Okay, lots. Infinity canyons. I make stuff up. All right, so we're gonna, this is newspaper rock, but that looks like Darth Vader rock to me, doesn't it? It looks like, definitely looks like a face, and it looks like Darth Vader. That's what Sue said. And we're not in Canyonlands anymore. We're out of the park, so we can take our pup on the trail. At least I'm going to, unless I get told no.
Keep going, dude.
Newspaper rock.
There was a Fremont culture.
Apparently.
Come. Let's do it. Smell it.
He's smelling. Come on.
Go, dude.
It's a little table. What do you smell?
Let's go.
Come on, what do you smell?
It smells good.
And here they are. No, quiet. That is amazing. Except for people that vandalized it in 1954. Up there, C.D. Gonzalez, 354, something 354. That's interesting. These are all prehistoric. Well, it's some kind of archaeology. It's beyond my knowledge level.
Yeah.